Thank you very much, dear delegates, dear organizers, dear colleagues. Thank you very much for the kind invitation to give a short closing remark speech just to end our morning session. I am working for the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Trade that is responsible for the kind of external energy relations of Hungary, first and foremost, providing secure access to the important energy sources, as well as the classical energy diplomacy. Security of supply has been at the forefront of energy policy discussions in Europe. This has been the case as well for Hungary. And of course, the aforementioned energy policy trilemma has also come to the fore in our energy policy. And of course, when we consider energy policy, we have to kind of find a right balance between long-term strategic policy goals, as well as short-term and medium-term technological, geographical, how to say, endowments. One thing, important thing, is that Hungary is strongly committed to net carbon zero 2050. That's the main message of our energy strategy, and that's written into law. So it's really the keystone of our energy policy. But 2050 is pretty far away. So how are we going to get there? We have to make policy choices year by year. And these choices are around this aforementioned energy policy trilemma: the security of supply, the affordability of energy, and also the sustainability. Obviously, in the last couple of years, the geopolitical turbulences, so-called energy crisis, have forced us to focus on security of supply. The Hungarian energy policy is following a pragmatic approach. Obviously, security of supply, security of energy means that we have to provide energy in every single moment for our consumers. We have to make our economies run. We have to provide prosperity to our households. Obviously, affordability is also in the picture. And also sustainability is an important element. By the way, not only the economic sustainability, but also the social one. But obviously, security of supply has been the key. But based on the classical trilemma, we have to make choices that will lead us to the net carbon zero. And again, we have to choose a pragmatic path. The available energy can be consumed. The affordable energy can make our economies run. And of course, this can make our societies endorse the climate goals. Hungary has to consider a couple of important things, physical, technical realities that we have to move along when we want to achieve the net carbon zero goals. One of the most important elements of these is the reliance on imports. In our energy mix, more than 70% of our energy consumed comes from imports. 80+% of natural gas, close to 90% of oil, and all of the nuclear fuel rods that we are using in our nuclear power plant are being imported. We have to reduce our reliance on imports, first and foremost, with regards to fossil fuels, but we also have to make sober choices how we're going to do that and how we keep our economy running. So from this regard, we keep following a pragmatic energy policy. Pragmatic choices are being made. We are expanding on renewables, but we also need to take into consideration the technological limitations with regards to multiple future technologies. We are committed to implement those measures that lead us to that carbon zero, but we have to avoid the, extra costs that might occur from ideological choices instead of pragmatical ones. Yes, the right saying is that the energy transition is a costly business. These costs are there. We have to take those costs, but the insensible costs that come from potential wrong choices should be avoided. This is why we are pragmatic. In this regard, it is quite important to have a sober, a pragmatic, professional discussions between think tanks, between industry players, between policymakers to make the right choices in every single moment, to make the right choices in every single year that lead us to sustainable economic development, sustainability and the social support with regards to energy transition, and finally, the achievement of net carbon zero goals by 2050. In this regard, this very event that I'm speaking at is a really great opportunity to lead these discussions, and hereby I again express my gratitude for the invitation, for giving this closing speech for the morning session, and I wish you a great conference, useful discussions, and fruitful materials that appear in the future in journals online that can be used by industry players and policymakers for further discussions and making right decisions. Thank you very much for